guys, welcome back to the F1 23 My Team. It's the penultimate race of the season. It's Las Vegas, a track that we've not done a full-length Grand Prix at before, only the occasional 5-lapper online. So this is now, as was the case with Qatar, another complete unknown. After the remarkable weekend in Brazil last time out, you really do need to watch that video if you haven't already to truly understand just how insane it was. Those of you that have watched it know that we had a very good weekend. I won't spoil it just yet, so if you don't want it spoiled, do go and watch that video first. Drop this one a like and subscribe to the channel as well. And of course, you won't miss out on any further videos. With regards to the resource and development progress, we're the only side to, in the last weekend, take a little bit of a notch up. So we have, as it stands, gone above now Williams and McLaren, but we're basically level with Alfa Romeo, Williams and McLaren, slightly behind Haas, a little bit slightly further behind Alpine, but with all of the progress we've got being made at the moment, fingers crossed, we'll be in a position where actually we can take a bit of a jump next season, I hope. Whether that comes to fruition or not, I don't know. We are in Las Vegas, hoping to, I don't know, just points would be good enough here for me in any regard. I don't know how competitive or uncompetitive I'm going to be, but we really enjoyed Qatar and we scored points. So let's try and do that again here in Las Vegas. Fully dry weekend other than a little bit of drizzle at the beginning of qualifying, but we should still be quick enough, hopefully, to get through. Like I say, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check the channel page itself, actually, for F1 Manager content, which should be out by the time you're seeing this. And, of course, as well, come and join me live on Twitch so you can see all of the behind the scenes and get involved in the decision-making as it happens. Right. Practice. All objectives now done via quick practice, but quick practice was most certainly needed there. Las Vegas feels like driving on ice on every compound. This is going to be an intriguing weekend that is not necessarily going to go that well, judging by what my experience has been on track so far. It feels very Mexico-ish, to say the least. I'm going to put some fresh bits in the car, and maybe that'll help a little bit, but I think we're going to go on the mad swing from a great result in the States to a terrible result in Mexico to a great result in Brazil to a terrible result in Las Vegas. Let's go and find out. That lap puts me P17. We are out in qualifying 1 here in Las Vegas. We really are swinging that much. 1.3 seconds off the pace. Jamie down in P21. I don't think we're going to get any points here whatsoever here in Las Vegas. This is a crazy tough track to try and nail, with lack of grip being the main frustration. Max Verstappen, it was raining at the beginning of the session. Max Verstappen went out then, but has not gone out again. He did a 1:37.5. And he's 5.9 seconds off the pace. So either he didn't go out again, or did go out again, and his lap was ruined somehow. So we're out, but so's Max, which is massive for the driver's standings, of course, because at the moment, Max is leading the championship, but there are 2 drivers at least trying to close down on him. And if he starts P20 and doesn't get many points at all here and his championship rivals all finish on the podium, then as we head to Abu Dhabi in the final Grand Prix in the next episode, then it is very, very much going to be open and up for grabs for the World Championship title. I'll show you the standings here now. So Max is currently 26 points clear of Lewis. George out of it, but if Lewis can finish on the podium, certainly in the top 2, and Max doesn't get any points, then Abu Dhabi is going to be absolute chaos for the world title. It's going to be Lewis and Max down to the wire once again. The only wire we're doing is probably because our chances here are pretty dead. Hamilton, crucially, is on pole for this Grand Prix as well. If Lewis wins the race and gets fastest lap and Max doesn't score points, they will head into Abu Dhabi level. This is huge for the Drivers' World Championship. I didn't think to check the constructors, but Alpine looking like they're probably going to pit me, Gasly, with a penalty. So I start P16 because Yuki Tsunoda's taken a penalty as well. Hulkenberg and Logan Sargent also take penalties. So Verstappen starts P19, not P22. I am not expecting to do anything other than lap around at the back here, to be completely honest. This might be a bit of an embarrassing weekend for us. How about we go with soft, soft, medium, soft, but if we feel like we can change to the mediums in the second stint, then we will. That's what we'll do. And we've got a lap's worth of extra fuel, which should be more than enough, judging by our race strategy. So fingers crossed, this is what we need to get the job done. Starting P16. Mediums and softs all around. Mainly softs behind, mainly mediums in front. The aim is to try and cling to everybody as best I can and just get DRS dragged through the race. 0.4 meters isn't great, but it's still purple, I guess. This is entirely unknown. It was unknown enough before we'd even driven it, and now we've driven it. I feel like it's even more unknown. It's a cracking start on the softer compound, though. Unbelievable start on the... Oh, God! I didn't know where to brake. Somehow I've survived that. I am 9th. What? That is the luckiest start I've ever had in my life. 16th to 9th at the beginning of the race. What? I mean, I'm probably only going to go backwards, but... Oh, my Lord. That's why the soft tyre at the start was a good idea, I think. Whilst everyone else was on a... Well, the majority of the others were on harder compounds. Getting that extra grip at the beginning was huge. That was insane. Honestly, at the first corner there, I was genuinely sure I was going to clout into someone and have to restart. Thankfully, they're quite slow through the majority of the twisties. So hopefully, if I can just... I can keep tabs. We might still get DRS. Maybe. They're so quick on the straight, though. Like, they just go. They're gone. I'm dumping battery, and they are just gone. And then I don't want to use all my battery up, but then they disappear even further. The more they fight in front, though, the better it is for me. They're slow there. I'm in a bit of a slipstream, but then their straight line speed kicks in. Leclerc on hards is actually going to have a bit of trouble here. Oh my God, do I go for a move on both Ferraris maybe? Well, that's Charles Leclerc. Sainz is still on my inside. And Sainz holds the position, but now DRS is active. Sainz has it, I believe. I don't even know where the detection point is. Sainz is still on my inside. Wheel-to-wheel racing with both Ferraris at the moment, but Carlos Sainz is through. We're up to P8, though. We're ahead of Charles Leclerc. This is how things ended in Brazil. Behind Sainz, ahead of Leclerc, although for Ps 2, 3 and 4, not 7, 8 and 9. Oh, Stroll's binned it and he's backwards. And he's blocked the whole racetrack.
Brilliant manoeuvre. Two places at once.
Safety car.
Safety car, safety car. No overtaking.
Oh, no, not a safety. I didn't need a safety car there. Oh, I did not need a safety car there. Stroll has just lost it on the curb. And we've got an absolute car park in Las Vegas. That's not a free stop, is it really? Is that a free stop? No, it's only 5 seconds. That's not a free stop. Red flag. Oh, we've got our first red flag.
Okay, let's get ready to go.
Oh, I got my first red flag.
Car is in this lap.
Right, red flag. Session stopped. A major incident has occurred on track and a red flag is in effect. All vehicles have returned to the pits whilst the incident is dealt with. Tyres may be changed during this stoppage and some types of damage may be repaired before the race restarts. So the decision of whether to box or not is taken away from us. Race strategy. What the heck do I do here?
So let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race.
So it will be a restart. It'll be a session restart. Edit strategy. So I'm on the current. We're restarting there. So it's reckoning now soft, medium to the end. So maybe softs again off the start. Soft, medium, soft. So we've effectively used the first soft stint to gain loads of positions. The next soft stint will hopefully help us continue to be competitive in the early stages of the race, and then we'll medium from there. All right, soft, medium from here then. Advance. Red flag restart.
Let's make the best of this restart.
From P6. And it's another lightning start. Alonso's just driven straight into me. Son of a... Okay, gap has not opened up this time. Fernando! Fernando is full of it right now. Absolute chaos with Fernando Alonso. We're still P6. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is just nuts. Ocon is currently in P3 and on the podium, and that is not what we need for the constructors. Probably could have done with a safety car spell lasting a bit longer for fuel, actually. Means my battery's fully charged again, though, at least. Sainz is on softs as well, so that's going to be important. He's going to get me here. Is he going to get me here? I think we're at VMAX. Sainz literally couldn't go any faster. Ocon's going for it on Alonso. I'm going to do the same on Perez. Oh, God, Fernando is just... Fernando is a madman today, a man possessed. What is going on with him? Fernando is genuinely dangerous. I'm probably genuinely dangerous as well, but that's not the point. How have we gone from P16 to P5? Whoa, there is just such little grip here that being on the soft tyre has made a massive difference at the beginning. That just says to me that later, when we're on mediums, we're going to be the ones that are sitting ducks. But hopefully we can extend a decent advantage before we become a sitting duck. And Ocon needs to just drop, though. The two Mercedes are well and truly gone. I don't know where Max Verstappen is in all this. Max Verstappen is up in like P8 now. This is huge for his title campaign. The two Mercedes are side by side in front as well. Ocon and Alonso side by side. Then they're slow-ish, maybe. I don't know. I've certainly got a run on Esteban.
Just completed a pass for the lead.
We're past Esteban. We're P4. DRS enabled now. And we're very much within DRS range of Fernando. So we're going to lap 18 on these tyres with this strategy. Lap 18, depending on tyre wear. Fernando won't have DRS here. So this should be a pretty easy overtake. Oh my God, the overspeed in DRS is insane. That's a podium position again. This is purely on tyre strategy so far. The decision to go softs at the beginning, and then the decisions to stay fresh set of softs from the restart are what are making our Grand Prix so far.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
But now everyone else behind me is going to have the DRS, and I'm going to be the vulnerable one. Oh, let's have a recap. Jeez Louise. So George started P2 as P1. Lewis started P1 as P2. Max is currently P10 from P19. Pierre P15 from P8, sorry, from P15. I'm P3 from P16. Mind blown. Lads, just word of advice. When you're racing at Las Vegas, start on the soft, say. Somehow Stroll is still P11 despite the fact that he was the one that caused the red flag. A number of them did actually change tyres in that stop, and they've gone to a fresh set of mediums and hards again. Some that were on, some that were on hards have gone to soft. Some that were on mediums have put fresh mediums on. Now I'm going to be the sitting duck. DRS is so important here, isn't it? Crucially, Ocon doesn't have it behind as they're battling, so me and Fernando can just disappear, hopefully.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.1 seconds.
If Fernando and I can stay... Oh, Perez is through. If we can stay away from Ocon, then we might be alright, you know. Just DRS train away. Me, Alonso and Checo. I only care about the gap to Ocon at the minute. It's the only thing I care about. We still might end up out of the points, but nobody could have predicted that race start, could they? Nobody could have predicted that race start. P16 to P9.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.9 seconds.
By the end of the first couple of corners. No one saw that coming.
The Mercedes drivers just moved into first place.
Okay, Russell and Lewis is still battling in front.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Don't hit me, Sergio. I'm trying not to hit you. Oh! My heart, my bumhole. Honestly, this is just so intense. Hi, Checo. Checo's going for it. It's just roles reversed from the previous lap, that, isn't it? Stroll's up to P6 again. Lance Stroll's having a wonderful Grand Prix despite causing a red flag. Checo's going to go defensive into one. I'm inclined to let him go first so that I get DRS. I just want to keep getting dragged away from the Alpines. Overall final position here isn't important. I.e., I'm not like, I definitely want to finish on the podium. I just want to finish ahead of the Alpines. All we care about is the Constructors' Championship at the minute. And finishing ahead of Ocon and or Gasly is the most important thing for Chesnoid Racing right now. And the tyres are starting to give up. Starting to lose my tyre advantage, and I don't have DRS again. Now we're starting to get swallowed. Verstappen's up to P8. Verstappen and Ocon are scrapping over P8 at the minute, which is saving me some time. No DRS again. The tumble continues, because here comes Carlos Sainz. Checo and Stroll going for it now in P4.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.6 seconds.
The slipstream here is so powerful. Ocon's past Verstappen again. I'm really running out of grip. I'm really running out of grip. Science is going to go through again. Science's tyres can't be too dissimilar to mine, really. Oh, here comes Esteban Ocon. Oh, bugger. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Someone touched the wall. Don't know who. Might have been Carlos Sainz next to me. I heard contact. Oh, dearie me. Now here comes another train. Choo-choo!
Approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
We're set to pit lap 17. I'd rather do China than Portimao, I think. We've not raced at China in years.
So the gap to the car ahead,
Ocon's going for it.
5.2 seconds.
Here comes Sainz and Checo too. Be wary not to chop them off. Oversteer. Carlos got it too, I think. I think he basically followed me into an oversteer moment.
The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you.
Surely I was in DRS range.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some time.
Yeah, well, I'm pitting next lap. Leclerc's got a 5-second penalty, I've just noticed, behind. What's Charles Leclerc done to get a 5-second penalty? Max is on softs as well. Charles Leclerc's got a 5-second penalty. For a severe collision with Carlos Sainz on lap 3. That'll be from when Stroll biffed it. Piastri, and that'll be what caused the red flag. And then they would have changed their components under the red flag, which is why they're still in the race and haven't retired. I don't even know where the pit entry is here. There, I think.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
In fact, I think someone did pit. One of the Ferraris is in. Carlos Sainz has pit from behind me to get off his softs. And we'll be doing the same this lap.
Pitting this lap then.
We'll pit this lap. I'll be intrigued to see what Sainz goes to next, actually. Because we have... Oh, God, Ocon's dead slow there. We have brand new sets of softs and mediums to be able to go to. So I'd be inclined to... God, the car doesn't stop there at all. I'd be inclined to copy whatever Carlos Sainz does. If he goes mediums, I'll go mediums. If he goes softs, I'll go softs. Sorry, we could medium to the end. So he's gone softs. So he's probably going to have to stop again about lap 36 and then put mediums on. I'm pretty sure I've got another set of fresh softs. I do. Or I could just go mediums next and then softs at the end. Chat, you were going to decide with me now. What do I go? Oh, that is a corner cut, Chesnoid. What do I do? So into the pits here at Las Vegas then. For the first time ever in any race, ever, Charles Leclerc's pitting behind me as well and will serve his 5-second penalty. We're going to mediums. Now, don't balls the pit stop up this time, lads. Well done. You did in Brazil, and it cost me potentially a win.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
We're going to come out... Actually, we've come out ahead of Carlos Sainz. He must have got held up so badly on his fresh sauce by an Hulkenberg and Albon that we've actually come out still in front of Carlos Sainz. What are the chances? So we need to see these two off sharpish then. Otherwise, we're going to end up not being able to utilise our undercut either. Excuse me, Nico. I'm coming through, pal. That's P14. I think I'd rather sit behind Alex and get the DRS. So I'll just sit behind Alex here. Oh God, he's so slow. And get the DRS. Carlos Sainz is trying to follow me through now as well. Alex! I'm still here!
Nice move. Good job.
So myself and Carlos Sainz now pushing our way through the field, hopefully. Carlos will undoubtedly overtake me very, very soon. And then we just have to hope that his tyres fall off, but we'll wait and see. Zhou Guanyu is in the pits now, serving his 5-second penalty as well. Logan Sargent in the pits as well. So this might be us back up near the points. Jamie's in as well. We're in P11 currently. And we're taking this set of tyres to lap 33, where we will have free tyre choice. We can go to softs or mediums on lap 33, whichever we feel is going to get us to the end as quickly and as competitively as physically possible. K-Mag and Lando in front, who presumably haven't stopped yet. Sainz is going for the overtake here. Nobody else in the pits at the minute, not yet. It's just the medium runners now that are left to pit. The mediums don't feel that bad right now. Might just be because the worn softs were absolutely terrible. But the mediums really don't feel that bad. I'm quite comfortable. Says as he brushes the wall. And that's Carlos Sainz overtaken once more. Now he'll have a go at me into turn 1, and we'll do it all over again. We had a little bit of a wobble on exit there. That might help me. That might keep me safe. Nobody else in the pits yet. Still P11. But the gap to Magnussen and Norris has come down by 2 seconds in the last lap. So we are certainly going to be catching them, as you can see, very quickly indeed. Now under a second. These two are just fighting each other to no avail. Neither can get away from the other. And we're just going to swoop past the two of them. Use battery to get past K-Mag. Use the DRS to get past Lando.
Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
That's Kevin dealt with. And this will be Lando dealt with. We're going to be up to P9. Hopefully with decent traction we can get, whoop, he says, we can get away from Lando. Oh, I've seen what you're doing now. You're doing bits per position. Sainz is now past Norris as well. So continually, myself and Carlos siding through the traffic. Max Verstappen is making those softs go an awfully long way. Max has now done nearly 20 laps on that set of softs. One of the Mercedes is in the pits. Not sure which, but one of the Mercedes is in the pits. The first of the group in front of us, and one of the Aston Martins. So that group in front of us are starting to pit now. Off their original tyres. Sergio Perez also in the pits, as well as Esteban Ocon. Alright, a lot of people in the pits then. So that is us up to P7. Now, what's he saying about Fernando and his pit stops?
They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres.
Okay.
We think they've got 1 more stop.
So Fernando's pit and is flying. His mediums still feel good. It's only been about 6 laps, but still, they feel good. Here comes Carlos, though. Bye, mate. I'll just get you into turn 1, mate. That's how this track seems to work, apparently. What do we say, Carlos? We'll just get you into turn 1, mate. We've made more positions. We're up to P4. Who else pit? Oh, one of the McLarens. Oh, Piastri. Piastri's in the pits. So we're up to P4 again. Yellow flags behind us. It's another safety car. Another safety car. Is that Stroll again? Lance Stroll has caused another safety car. It's hit the wall! Lance! That could be another red flag. That's got to be another red flag, surely. Lance Stroll caused the safety car and a red flag earlier. He's pulled out the slipstream of the Alfa Romeo in front to try and overtake, and then just understeered into the wall. Lance, mate. That could genuinely be another red flag. I'm not going to pit. It just means we'll definitely go to softs at the end. This just means we'll definitely go to softs at the end of the race. We're not gonna change strategy at all. It does just mean that everybody else is probably going to be able to go softs at the end of the race. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm quite happy at the minute. I'm quite happy with this. Nearly at half race distance. Sainz is pitting. Carlos Sainz is taking the pit stop under the safety car. That's intriguing. So he's going to significantly drop down. Both Ferrari are in, as well as one of the Alfa Romeos. Both Ferrari have taken new tyres under the safety car. Maybe Sainz is going hards to the end. Charles Leclerc has already run his set of hards, so he can't run those hards to the end. But he might put mediums on and try and take them to the end instead. What are the Ferrari on now? Let's have a look. Sainz has put mediums on, so he could take those to the end, you would have thought, from here. Magnussen's so far gone medium, medium, medium. Charles Leclerc has now put mediums on as well. He could go to the end as well. How's everybody got 3 sets of medium tyres? This is insane. So Russell leads Hamilton, leads Alonso. Here we go, we're off. Just hovered underneath Alonso. Why would Jamie pit now? Jamie! That's Jamie finishing last in this Grand Prix then. Oh, the lack of logic.
Jamie's in the pits now.
So now I'm actually battling with Esteban Ocon for P4. At the moment, anyway. I'm leaving Racing Room on the outside. He's going to try and go around that outside. He's not going to make that stick. Or he might. He's still on my inside. He is going to make that stick. It's gone right over the curb. Esteban Ocon there. This is what you call side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel racing.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy.
I want to pull in behind him. No DRS yet, of course. Max is going for it. I still want the DRS. Not DRS, slipstream. Are we going to be 3 wide? We might be 3 wide. I think there was contact between the two of them. Now, Logan Sargent in P7's getting involved. Bloody hell. Come on, Logie Sarge. Contact between those two again. DRS next lap. Verstappen is on soft tyres, so we probably should expect him to be as quick as he is. We're going to try and extend, I think, to lap 37 and then go softs to the end. That's going to be the plan.
Okay, roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
And that's us past Esteban. Again. Now Esteban will probably take me because slipstream is really powerful here. Although battery is helping in defence, DRS enabled now.
DRS is now enabled.
Alonso and Russell battling for P2 currently. In fact, all 4 of them now fighting for the lead. I think Hamilton is just getting away in front now, and there's the 3 of them that are going to cause chaos behind. Verstappen really fighting for his world title, isn't he? Up to P3 now, after starting P19. Here comes Ocon. Which way is he going? Forcing him to the outside. Which hopefully should allow us to keep the inside and the position. There we go. A little bit rude, but legal. Just. I'd be tempted to go mediums next, actually. I would be sorely tempted to go mediums next and pit on like 35. Here comes Esteban. Logan Sargent's still going really well in P7. In fact, for tops, when it comes to top speed, it's just out and out top speed. We're actually better.
You're going to be on softs.
Softs is going to be a better way, faster way to get through traffic though. But as far as I'm aware, everybody has to pit again. So I could either go mediums and try and undercut, or pit later and try and make my way back through on softer tyres.
7 seconds. Some information on Sargent. They seem to have an issue.
Oh no, that's gutting for Logan Sargent. In a fantastic position for Williams, but now he's got an issue and he's going to be slow. I'm really not sure what to do pit strategy wise.
Russell has just completed a pass
Oh
for the lead.
god, I'm getting swallowed. We left Ocon space. He had enough racing room to avoid the wall there. Sainz has now taken both of us, but I'm going to have the inside line for this one. So we hold P5. Sainz gets P6. Ocon drops to P7. I don't like this track to drive, but it is offering up some incredible drama. Here comes Carlos.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.5 seconds.
Down to P6 again. Some are in the pits now, but that's well behind us, and I don't know whether they've got damage or whether they need to run medium tyres to the end, because they've just gone soft, 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 maybe. That's still my intention, I think, is lap 35 and mediums.
Try to stay with them. They might make
Leclerc's got me.
Still regain the
Ocon's
position.
going to get me too. We're going to be close to 4 wide here. Bottas around the outside. Ocon turns into Leclerc. I gave Valtteri as much room as I dare. I think I'm going to pit in 2 laps time for mediums. I think that's probably the right thing to do, because the softs will just go off again.
Okay, some information on Piastri. They're retiring from the race.
Okay, Piastri's out. So one of the McLarens has dipped. I'm going to stop next lap, not for softs, but for mediums.
Medium tyres at the next stop.
And just try and undercut as best I can. And hope that maybe in clear air, Bottas is pitting. In clear air, hopefully, we can make up some time on everyone that's battling and get ourselves back into a decent points position.
2.8 seconds.
Gap to Ocon is now 3 seconds. Checo on his hards is going to go to the end, I'm certain. So Checo's in a great position to try and get maybe even a podium. Who knows? Maybe even a race win if everyone has to pit. You are correct. Max Verstappen has taken the race lead. And if Verstappen wins, then that is the championship his. Thanks for the DRS, Checo. It's a lovely overtake by Sergio Perez. Unfortunately for him, it's just at the wrong part of the racetrack, because now we're just going to do this. But we're boxing at the end of the lap anyway, so it's not really going to affect Sergio too badly. So we're going to pit this lap for a set of medium tyres to take us to the end. And hope that that's what we need. Checo's pitting as well. Oh my god, Checo's pitting as well. Is he? No, he's not. He was just getting my slipstream. I had no idea what was going on with Checo there. Thought he was going to follow me into the pits for a moment off his hard tyres. So we're pitting for the last time then. This next set of medium tyres will take us to the end, hopefully at a good enough pace that we can still finish quite high in the points. So we've come out P17. Now we've got some free air in front up to Logan Sargent to try and make use of this new tyre, this fresh tyre that's actually quite cold, evidently, because it doesn't want to stop anywhere, which is not going to help me. Because now Nico Hulkenberg's past me. Well, that's not gone well.
Okay, we lost the position.
Let's get these tyres up to temperature as soon as we can, shall we? We'll get Nico down the straight, that won't be a problem. It's not great for the old make the most of the undercut, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully the DRS will make up for it. Handful of cars in the pits now. On lap 36. Got to be 13. Ocon's gone hards. Ocon has pit and has gone onto the hard tyre, so we should have a tyre advantage over Esteban Ocon for the rest of the race. I hope. That should, fingers crossed, mean that we will finish ahead of Esteban Ocon. Sargent's tyres aren't actually that old, I don't think. We should be able to get him in the next DRS zone.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 6.0 seconds.
At the minute, Jamie is in the points. And I don't believe she has to pit again. Yellow flag's behind. Safety car! Oh my god, safety car.
Safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive.
That's an Alpine. I think that's Pierre Gasly's just put it in a wall or done something. Gasly's put it in a wall. Gasly's put it in a wall. Las Vegas is chaos. He's hit the wall with his rear tyre here. Oh, that is a big, big impact. That's a massive impact for Pierre Gasly. Coming around the right-hander. And he's just understeered a little bit too much. Then oversteered. And wham, that's a big contact. And then that then subsequently sends him into the wall and out. Safety car. Do I pit for softs? Do I pit for softs? That's the question. With 12 laps to go, I could pit for soft tyres or we can stay out. But this is not great for our race because everybody that we were going to try and overtake is now going to get a relatively free pit stop. I think staying out is probably the best answer. It's entirely unpredictable. This race, even though the track has been horrible to drive, the actual entertainment value of the race has been Las Vegas levels, hasn't it? You'll have to let me know in the comment section of the YouTube video and instant feedback in Twitch as well. Do we take Las Vegas out of the reckoning for next year? Or do we keep the Las Vegas race in for next season? Purely because of how entertaining this Grand Prix has been.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing
Safety
again.
car in this lap. A 10-lap sprint to the end.
Remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in
We
this
believe
lap.
Verstappen still needs to pit again. And that might kill his championship if he does. Or at least significantly harm it. Prepared to resume racing. We are racing once more, but we can't overtake yet till the timing line, which is now passed.
Okay, clear.
So through we go. That's Logan Sargent dealt with. We got great traction on Yuki, who decided he didn't really want to give me any room there and nearly squeezed me into the wall, which has cost me the position to Logan Sargent again. Now I've got Valtteri Bottas alongside me. If they go crazy defensive, I might go for the outside, but they're not. Jamie's now battling hard to try and stay in the points. It's Esteban Ocon that's with her.
We've got a lot of
They're side by side.
Okay to use your overtake
Jamie
button.
down to P10. Up the inside of Logan Sargent again. And for a second time we overtake the Williams. So Jamie is still in the points at the moment. But for me to get in the points, I'm going to have to knock her out of them. Tsunoda's having a look at Jamie now. Lewis Hamilton's tumbling. Is that Hamilton in... I think that's Hamilton in P9. If Max Verstappen doesn't pit, Lewis Hamilton is tumbling. And the World Championship might be decided here today. We thought maybe it was going to go to the last day, to the last round. It might actually not even make it that far at all. Try and go around the outside of Yuki maybe here. Try and not do a Pierre Gasly into the wall. Get out of the throttle a little bit. DRS next lap. Try the same move on Yuki that we tried on Logan Sargent. And that is going to work. So we're up to P11 now. Now it's my teammate Jamie Chadwick that's right in front. Lewis is up to P8. Maybe Lewis was further back and he's working his way back through on fresh hards. I don't know. Whatever it is, Lewis's chance of winning the world title is fading with every passing lap unless Max Verstappen has to pit. He's falling backwards, so is Max. He was P1, he's now P3, and I'm sure he needs to pit again. If he doesn't, he's going to be so slow. DRS enabled next lap. 8 laps to go, including the one we're on. Sorry, 9 laps to go, including the one we're on. That's Jamie up into P9. That's Jamie back down to P10. And it might well be me into P9 by the end of the straight. 2 cars, 1 straightened corner. So now both Chesnoid racing cars are in the points. Myself and Jamie are now both in the points. Operation catch those hard tyre runners and get in front of bloody Ocon. Ocon's actually up to P6 now. He's making even more ground. Stop it, Esteban. It's chaos in front. It's just absolute bedlam. Cars side by side everywhere. Hamilton now up to P7 as Checo's now the one that's tumbling. That'll be DRS, please. We're in the mix. George Russell's extending a lead out front. They are 4 wide up there. 4 wide. Jamie down to P11. Sadness behind. Get a run. I got a run. Max is now down to P4. We're storming. Oh my lord. That's P4. As they all fight, we with fresher tyres benefit. Ocon in front. That was just insane. They all went so slow onto the straight, but I was able to get such a run on them with battery that I could just overtake. With P4. That was what? 4 cars? A 4-car overtake down the straight? Just purely because of the straight line speed that we were able to get on everyone else because they were slowing onto it. That was insane. We genuinely, with Ocon on hard tyres, might be about to get another podium. Ocon going for P2 in front. And we'll get it. Sainz is slow there.
To get past here, use overtake, use overtake.
Trying to position myself so that I can get DRS and that Sainz doesn't. Alonso's joined the gang. We're into a podium position. I don't have DRS. Now I'm the one getting swallowed. But, or contact between Alonso and Sainz. Again, if I can get a run,
5 laps of fuel remaining.
then we can do what we did last time and make it random. Back to P3 again. Come back here, Esteban Ocon.
1.6 seconds. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yellow flags. Nando's driven into me for the umpteenth time today. Sainz is out of the race.
Okay, there's been an incident
Carlos
on
Sainz
track.
retires. That must be in the straight line, surely. Just an engine blowout. Waiting for it. No, he's lost it! Sainz, with DRS, pulls out to make an overtake and loses the back end as he turns away from the wall, puts the tank slapper on, and game over for Carlos Sainz. No sign of a safety car though. With 2 laps to go, we're still trying to chase a P2. Looks like the Constructors' Championship is going to go down to the final race weekend. And if Hamilton finishes where he does and Max continues to drop, then the Drivers' Championship will go down to the wire as well. I'm out of DRS range behind, but I'm also losing so much time to Esteban Ocon as well. I think Ocon is going to get P2. But crucially for us, we're going to get P3, which means that the gap between ourselves and Alpine will close once more, and I think we might be level on points with Alpine heading into the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which would be nuts, but I genuinely think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to be level on points with Alpine heading into the last Grand Prix. Hamilton is up to P4 and now hunting me for a podium of his own. We might not even get a podium ourselves, in which case Alpine might be ahead of me on the final day. I'm going to have to save my battery for a last lap, big straight push to stay ahead of Lewis because he is flying. George is going to get the win. Esteban is going to finish second, but third, fourth and fifth open for debate. I might have to be cheeky. I might have to be tactical. I genuinely might do it. Do I? Do I let them through to try and slingshot? Do I let Lewis through to try and slingshot?
Okay, gap ahead is 2.9 seconds.
I'm gonna. That is tactical. Now we'll have DRS on Lewis, and surely we'll keep P3. Learning from the best. Thank you, Lewis. I'll take my podium, thank you very much. See you later, son. Oh no, I've got a bit of an issue heading into the turn before the straight. Oh no, you'll have to overtake me. Oh, I got DRS by. George Russell wins. I'm going to have to burn a lot of battery here because Lewis is closing as we get towards the line. But thankfully, ERS will save me. And it's back-to-back podiums for Chesnoid Racing. P16 to P3. That was by far and away the most chaotic, most entertaining race of the season by a long, long way. I think Jamie dropped down to about P13 or 14 at the end, unfortunately. I don't think she was able to get points herself. So we'll keep a P3. I believe we'll be level on points with Alpine heading into the final race weekend of the season. George keeps himself in the hunt, maybe, for a title. Lewis, certainly. I think Max might have dropped out the points as well. We'll find out momentarily, but obviously we want to see ourselves spray the champagne for the second race in a row, honestly. I was all for sacking Vegas off and never racing it ever again after qualifying. And now I want to race there every single week. That's just absurd. Absolutely absurd. Certainly need to feed back to the devs that the music during the podium is too far too quiet. Jamie P13 in the end.
Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver?
Max gets a point.
There's a few contenders, but George
so we'll show you what the driver standings looks like, what the constructor standings looks like. We get $1 million, nearest makes no difference, from all of our sponsors. We're growing without acclaim, both team and individually as well. And as we approach the Abu Dhabi race weekend, we might have an upgrade or two on the way. We do, however, have contract renewals for our teammate. That's going to happen before anything else. Okay, things are getting serious now. Sponsor renewals and teammate renewals here at the end of the season. This has been fixed for new saves, by the way. The having to select a new driver before the end of the season thing is patched, but because it was only able to take effect on new saves, we weren't able to make the most of it. I'm going to go back with Ashave again because they were just the best. They're the most money we can get is from them. So something failed on the R&D. On the chassis side, was it? It was on the chassis side. The dampers. That will pass after Abu Dhabi, unfortunately. But it is in progress now. I can afford to do weight reduction. I can afford to do 2 on the powertrain. I think chassis is where we need to Chassis is where we need to spend most of our money at the minute. So I'm going to do the weight reduction. That's going to be done for next season. It's a major upgrade that hopefully will pass first time. And now, I think...
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through.
We're going to be
some of them have failed quality
going to the driver market.
We'll need to tell
I've
the team
9.78 million to spend. So now I need to decide who I spend it on. At the minute, I'm leaning towards not signing a legend at this stage. I'm leaning Alex Albon. Although Fernando Alonso... No, Alonso's retiring though, isn't he? Alonso's retiring. So I literally can't get Fernando Alonso because he's about to retire. So I think Alex Albon is what makes the most sense. 86 rated. Will come in from Williams. Albon could be absolutely brilliant. I am going to approach Alex Albon, I think. I might need to pay a little bit more. Oh, he wants spec. He won't even talk to me. He wants spec 2 marketing and I don't have it. Our poorer facilities might be our Achilles heel here. Do I maybe go for someone like Yuki or Pierre Gasly? Gasly would be sick. Gasly would be very, very good. Can I approach Pierre Gasly? Is he going to turn me down as well? Approach accepted. Pierre Gasly could be coming in. We're going to negotiate now with Alpine. They've bid 5.05. I'll large bid. And we'll see what they're going to come up to. They've bid 5.2. I'm going to large bid continually. I've got the money to be able to do so. I'm sure Alpine will keep going. 5.4. I'm going to wait and wait and wait and try and waste as much time as possible here. He said he was worth 7.5. So at the minute, we're still in the 5s. So I'm absolutely happy. Absolutely happy to keep going here. Under consideration. Finalising deal. For 5.65 million. Nearly 2 million under market value and budget. We've got Pierre Gasly. Or is it because... Hold on. If I move my webcam, is it because his buyout is 2.5 and his base salary was 5? So we actually still need to buy him out. So we might have actually just paid 8.1 million. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out in due course. Pierre Gasly will be a Chesnoid racing driver. Yeah, it was indeed. It's an £8.1 million contract cost. Because it's the 5 million plus the buyout. So we paid £8.1 million for Pierre Gasly. And I'm still happy that we've got a fantastic deal. Pierre will be our driver next season. In fact, does Pierre take over now? I'm not sure how this works. He does! Pierre Gasly drive. It's chaos. It's all changed. Driver changes have happened already. So, to recap, Alpine and Chesnoid Racing challenging for P6 in the championship. Both on 99 points. In the driver's standings, I'm 19 points ahead of Pierre. I'm 19 points as it happens behind Lando. So we will finish P9. With regards driver changes, I believe there will be more alterations because Fernando Alonso is retiring at the end of the season. Thank you, Ryan, for the raid of 5. Welcome in. I believe Fernando Alonso is retiring at the end of the season. So at the moment, Alonso's gone to Alfa Romeo. Stroll has gone to Alfa Tauri. Bottas is at Alpine. Oscar Piastri's been dropped entirely. Yuki's gone to Aston Martin. Hülkenberg has been dropped entirely. Nick de Vries is now at McLaren. And with yet more retirements on the way we expect at the end of the season, there could even yet still be more chaos that happens between now and the end of the year. We'll do podium celebration party. which hopefully... Oh, the fuel efficiency didn't pass. Neither did the
You're
floor.
not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later.
Oh,
you'll
that's
be asked
gutting.
by the media who
So
you
that's
consider to be a
failed.
rival.
How much is that going to cost to redo? 550. The downforce is going to be more important for us. We will redo that. 84 I need for that, and I just don't have it. But we will do after practice for the next Grand Prix. We'll skip an advance. It's Abu Dhabi next, the season finale, but we have a new teammate. We have a new teammate. Pierre Gasly will be the man alongside us in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix race weekend. Join me for the season finale in the next one on Twitch, link in the description down below. Here on YouTube, subscribe. I think this video deserves a thumbs up rating, don't you? That was absolutely mental. That was insane. I don't know what else I can say other than come back for more next time out. I'll see you then.